All right, what up, mother truckers? BP Hero back at you here, out here with a new senior bat review today. Out here with William and Justin again, hitting the new 2023 Anonymous Athletics Inception. This is a brand new bat from a new company, new to the bat game. Decided to get things started with a senior bat. They did a couple of custom pures and wanted to kind of dabble into this stuff a little bit, get the senior game going. Big thanks to Chris Laws for getting the assist so we could check it out for you guys. Also known as Ball Go Far from the old softball fans days, if any of you guys are familiar with that. He worked really close with the company to help develop this thing, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a spoiler. They did a hell of a job. Back here at Legion Baseball Field in Columbia, Missouri. I'll put some distances here on the screen just so you can see kind of what we're working with here. I do think this is going to be kind of the play for doing these senior bat reviews, just so we can get a good idea of what a well-struck ball looks like. 300 feet is pretty doable with a senior bat, so hitting on a baseball field is going to kind of up the ante there a little bit. It really let you know like when you hit a ball really well, and it just kind of gives you a little bit more of a challenge since the senior bats is kind of easy to hit a ball 300 feet with for us. It's about a 75-degree day, no breeze or nothing like that going on, and the balls we're hitting in the video are a mix of Deadly Thunder ZN Pro-Ms, Evil BP Rockets, NSA 44 400s, and there's also a handful of ASA balls mixed in here as well. And on topic of that, just reading this straight from Anonymous's website, they do recommend that you break the bat in with 25 swings with 52 300s, 25 swings with a 44 375, which is basically your senior game ball, at 50% swing strength, rotating the barrel evenly to soften the fibers. And I'm going to keep it real with you. We didn't do that here. We just kind of sent it. And I did chat with Chris about that before we did it, just to make sure we got the green light on it. And he said it was cool, so we're not being reckless with everybody's stuff. This thing was brand new in the wrapper to start the day here, as you'll see here in a minute on the compression tester. These are available in 25 through 28 ounce, and this specific bat is a 27 ounce with a half ounce of inload. And as a whole, I would say that the bat did swing true to weight, but I will be a little bit nitpicky and say that the inload did lack a little bit to be desired for me, but I am kind of partial to a noticeable inload. It still performed and hit like a true inload, just very subtle. This is a one-piece bat, and that's all that is available for now. There is going to be two-piece bats in development, but the one-piece is all they got going at the time of this video coming out. The handle on this thing was kind of in the middle of the road of being rigid but flexy at the same time. Much more, and I'd say it'd be flexy, a little bit more stiff, and I'd say it'd be pretty rigid. So I feel like they did a good job of finding the middle ground with that. This bat has a 13-inch barrel, and it was responsive. We got feedback on almost every swing, and not like a Dudley or Suncoast, where the bat is rigid and then it transitions into a super soft barrel. The barrel and handle felt like they worked together to soak up the feedback and still be responsive. If your main complaint with some seniors is how soft the barrel gets, then this one is going to be right up your alley. Even as it broke in, it never got overly soft. The sweet spot was a good size, which we did expect for the 13-inch, but if I'm being overly critical just because it's new and I want to get the most information out there as possible, the performance did fall off a little bit if you wandered towards the end cap, but just stay in the middle and this thing will be an absolute bazooka because there's still plenty of sweet spot to work with. Only observation was, like I said, the fact that wandering down that way did kind of have a little bit of a fall off in performance, but it wasn't huge. We'll let you get a little bit of a sound check in with this thing here, and then before we transition into everybody's second round of the bat, we will check out the compression tester here just real quick. So I'm going to hush up and I'll let you turn them headphones up.
Wow, spinning backwards. It looks pretty good going through the infield.
All right, so when this thing was brand new in the wrapper, it was testing right where we wanted it to for a senior bat, sitting right around the 225 mark. And we put probably, I'd say, a good 200 swings on this thing on this day, and it was coming in right about 170, 175 when we got done with it, which, again, is a number that we're fine with seeing. It's letting us know this thing is breaking in. Obviously, you can tell by the performance, it's really good, and I'm going to tell you, in this second round here, it gets even better. So compression testing-wise, we like what we see here. And we'll take you for a quick tour, just kind of up and down this thing, just letting you get a look at it because it is something new. Let's check it out, get an up-close look. There's no seams, there's no cracks, webbing, anything like that to see. This thing held up pretty good. All right, so just some overall thoughts here on this thing after we got done checking it out, and I will say that we were pretty impressed with this bat. Sometimes when companies start up, they'll make some bats that are decent to start with, or they'll kind of get something to kind of throw their name in the hat, get their name out there a little bit, and then kind of build on it from there. But these guys decided to do it right the first time, and we were very impressed. I've swung not a ton of senior bats, but enough to know that this thing is really good. It kind of got a benchmark of the old Adidas Melees, the Deadly Lightnings, and stuff like that. I have swung those, and I do feel like this was very comparable to something like that. Even William and Justin said that these compared to the Red Melees that they are currently gaming, and Justin liked it enough he went ahead and picked up a couple after we got done hitting here. So it's safe to say that this thing is performing with kind of the benchmark, gold standard, whatever you want to call it, type of bat for the senior game. This thing is hanging right there with it. Any bat that I can swing and dial up 350 feet just whenever I so please, I will be very happy. My complaint with the loading was probably the only thing I would really nitpick about this thing, and it kind of messed with me a little bit at times where I wanted to try and keep the ball down and drive and cut a little bit. You'll see in the second half of the video here, I did do a better job at that in the second round, but if I was to step in the box and just let the big dog eat, as you can see Justin and William doing here, he swings hard all the time. So if I was to get in the box and do what he did here, just swing hard and worry about it later, yeah, this thing would be absolutely sick. There's no loading adjustments that need to be made. The barrel on this thing was nasty. I really did enjoy the feedback from the handle, just having a little bit of both worlds there, stiff and yet still a little bit of flex in it. Overall, this bat's a home run. This should have another run of these coming soon. This particular bat did not have a sticky finish on it, but it will have a sort of stick and spin finish on it when the next run of these come in, which will be very soon. So Justin's cutting the absolute crap out of some of these balls here, and he's going to do nothing but cut it even more once you get that finish on there. He did say that he sees a little bit of benefit from that stuff, so I can only imagine what it'll be like when he gets that done. Huge shout out to Chris and Anonymous for getting us one of these right away so we could get it checked out. Their first batch did sell out pretty quick. I do believe at the time of this video coming out, there's only 25-ounce bats left. So they went quick, but there will be more coming. And I do believe there's going to be different variations of loading coming too. I believe there will be a balanced half-ounce and full-ounce of end load. So stay tuned for that stuff over on their website. I'm going to hush up here and let you check out the rest of these swings here. We had an absolute blast swinging this thing. So I'm going to let you enjoy it just as much as we did. Thanks for stopping in and checking out the video, guys. Hope you enjoy the new splash into the game here from Anonymous, because I know we certainly did. Swing hard in case you hit it. PP here. Catch you next time. Okay. Show me.
Guy got I feel like I get more of my weight through the ball. Knuckling. Couple more.
Okay, it's out of here. That's why.
That's good enough.
Okay. There we go. Catching that?
I can hear that. No, I'm over.
All right.
He said it was clearly just a pitching. No, we know. Sit. Sit. Oh yeah, just for. Sit. I mean, that one might get the row by itself. I hit like a little bitch. Cool. Cut it out of here.
I guess that'll do. Damn it. All right, one more.